What's up everybody, Watt007 here, and welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, I'm going to be teaching you guys the farm deck that I use to farm the brand new event, Transcend Game Part 2, which is going to allow us to unlock the Unknown Duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And this farm deck is going to be able to, 1, give you a ton of points in this event, and 2, be able to farm for all them juicy rewards from Unknown Duelist. So I'm really excited to make this video for you guys, and sorry for being so late on making a farm guide for you guys because I was at work at an 8-hour shift today, and man, that was a little bit of a drag. But we're here now. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to successfully farm this event and get all of them good rewards, and let's get into it. So first things first, when it comes to this event, you're going to need to farm for these neutron gears, and the game already tells you how to get all these neutron gears. You can either duel against legendary duelists, you can duel against standard duelists, and you can duel against the vagabond. You also can get some neutron gears from dueling 3 times rank PvP, get some bonus eggs from rank PvP, which is very nice. So once you get all of them neutron gears, aka them eggs, you're going to be able to collect enough of them, go to the gate, and be able to challenge Unknown Duelist at level 40, because level 40 is going to be the best one to farm for when it comes to trying to get all the rewards. And for me, I really need to farm this event, because the first time around when Unknown Duelist came into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, she was not nice to me at all. As you can see, I don't have like any of these SR or UR cards right here, so that's an oof. Once you have a bunch of neutron gears though, this is going to be the deck that you're going to want to use to successfully farm Unknown Duelist and get all the nice rewards. So this farm deck was inspired by both It's Braz HD and ARNG Life. Both of their channels will be in the description down below if you want to check them out. Originally with this farm deck right here, this was from It's Braz HD, who we probably got from Reddit, and this farm deck utilizes the nice feature of the fact that when you're battling against Unknown Duelists in this event, you're going to be able to summon monsters without tributing them at all. So basically we're rocking 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, 3 copies of Rabidragon, and 3 copies of Metaphys Dragon, because of the fact that we don't need to sacrifice any monsters to summon them onto the field. So that is something really cool right here, and it gives you a ton of advantage in the duel because of the special rules from the Unknown Duelist event. This happened in the first Unknown Duelist event, and it's happening again in the second go around, which is very nice. So you want to get 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, which I'm guessing all of you guys have 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you want to get Rabidragon, you need to use your normal tickets from ranked duels to get Rabidragon. Try to get some glossy ones if you can, so you can get some bonus points for that, and also try to rock all your prismatic Blue Eyes White Dragon so that you can get some bonus points right there. So that's really cool right here. Metaphys Dragon is also a good card to run, because something else that you need to know about farming Unknown Duelist is that she has a card called Illuminous Spark, and that boosts the attack of all light monsters by 500 attack. So originally what I was trying to do is I was trying to rock Giga or whatever this card's called, and I originally was running him because he was an 8-star monster with 2950 attack, but then when trying to farm against Unknown Duelist, she mopped the floor with my poor boy because he's a water attribute. So you got to stick with them light attribute guys. Don't rock any other monsters like that. Stick with light attributes. If you want to filter on seeing what's your most powerful normal light attribute monsters, you're going to want to go to the filter, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, you're going to want to put your card type to normal, put it to light on the attribute, and then just do 4, 5s, or not 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, and 8 level. And I guess if you really want to, you can do all of these, and then kind of go from there, and then sort your settings to attack, and then find your strongest monsters from there. And by the way, Metaphys Dragon, Rabidragon, and Blue Eyes Dragon are all the strongest ones, but just in case, if you don't have 9 copies of all these cards, you can do that to see what's the next best option for you. So there's that right there. And the reason why we're rocking all these normal monsters in our deck is because we're going to be utilizing Heart of the Underdog and White Elephant's Gift to be able to draw and finish out our deck as quick as we can, so we can just farm through the event very quickly. White Elephant's Gift is from the Ultimate Rising box, or if you play, or if you have a couple copies of the Return of the Red Eyes structure deck, you can also use that to get a guaranteed copy of White Elephant's Gift. So very good card right here. If you send a face-up non-effect monster controls to the graveyard, to get the draw 2 cards, so you can send your Rabidragon, your Blue Eyes, or your Metaphys Dragon, any one of these monsters, send it to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Or the Underdog, during your draw phase, when you draw a normal monsters, you can reveal it and draw 1 more card. You can get this card from leveling up Joey Wheeler or using ranked duels. So if you have 2 copies of Heart of the Underdog, feel free to run it. It'll help you thin out your deck as quick as you can for this farm. So that's pretty cool right here, and these are kind of like the main core cards of this deck, so that you can thin out your deck like crazy. Now when it comes to surviving till the very last turn in the farm, you're going to want to rock World Legacy Clash and Super Rush Headlong. Now before, with Braz HD's farm deck, his original version of this farm deck was from the first Unknown Duelist event, and you're able to rock 3 copies of World Legacy Clash at the time, because World Legacy Clash was on 3. It wasn't on the semi-limit list. Limitless. Now that it's at the semi-limitless, we have to rock 1 copy of War Legacy Clash and 1 copy of Secret Pass to the Treasures, but luckily we can replace it with Super Rush Headlong to hopefully stall out to the final turn, because Unknown Duelist, if she's able to go into her combos, she has a couple combos on basically weakening your monster's attack, and you're going to want to use some cards to protect your monster for a long time. I tried to use Wall of Disruption and Drowning Mirror Force, but it didn't really work out too well. Super Rush Headlong and War Legacy Clash are probably the best options that you can go for. Super Rush Headlong is in the Dawn of Destiny mini box, and War Legacy Clash is from the good old Blazing Rose box. So if you want to fish out for those cards, feel free to. If you really want to, you could try to rock this card. I haven't tested Interdimensional Mana Transporter, so I don't recommend it, but it kind of does the same thing as War Legacy Clash, just in a worse degree. So you could try that if you don't have 3 copies of War Legacy Clash or Super Rush Headlong. You can bounce back. You can basically remove one of your your monsters that got weakened by Unknown Duelist, remove it from the field, and then bring it back, and it'll have its attack back to normal. But it's just not as good as War Legacy Clash, and I wouldn't recommend it. But if you really have no other options, feel free to run that card. Last but not least, to get the 10,000 points of damage at the end of the turn and get that 8,000 score, we're going to be rocking Gravekeeper's Vassal, which is either from leveling up Ziju or going into ranked duels. And if you have a glossy rare ticket from ranked duels, you can get a glossy copy of Vassal, which is pretty good for farming. And once you do that, you're going to want to rock 2 copies of Union Attack and 1 copy of Secret Pass to the Treasures. On your final turn, you're going to want to have 2 of your vanilla 8-star or 7-star monsters on the field, and then on your final turn, you're going to summon Vassal, use Secret Pass to Treasure on Vassal, use the 2 Union Attacks, and Vassal will be able to get over 10,000 points of damage against Unknown Duelist. So that's kind of the farm deck right here. We are going to be rocking heavy starters, so we open up into our normal monsters as quick as we can. And yeah, let's get into the Duel Replay so I can show you guys a visual representation on how to properly farm Unknown Duelist. Let's go switch to it. Okay, so I'm in the replay right now. We're using heavy starters, so we open up into a Blue Eyes White Dragon and 2 copy of Metaphys Armed Dragon. We're going against an Unknown Duelist, and as you guys can see, Unknown Duelist straight off the bat is going to normal summon into the Constellar and use a Luminous Spark. Told you guys, she used that Luminous Spark. Luckily, we got a bunch of big monsters right here. We're first going to summon into our Blue Eyes White Dragon. I gotta say, I really do love the animations from the Dark Side of Dimensions world when it comes to Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician. I'm just disappointed that Scud nor Unknown Duelist, from what we know so far, doesn't have any special summoning animations, so that kind of sucks right there. But at the same time, I'm okay with Scud not having any summoning animation because he is a stinky head. But Unknown Duelist should have one. I don't know why she doesn't have one at this current moment. But anyways, summon into our Blue Eyes White Dragon. Unknown Duelist is going to switch her monster into defense position. And honestly, when you can, if Unknown Duelist doesn't have any back row cards and switches her monster to defense position, I'd recommend going attacking her defense position card if there's no risk whatsoever. Because sometimes if she has multiple monsters on the field, she is able to go into her combos. So if you can, do it, but try not to deal any damage to her because you want to get 8,000 score, and it's hard to get 8,000 score if you deal damage to her in between the turns before the final turn. So keep that in mind right there. But in this opportunity, I had the opportunity to attack into her monster. But before I do that, I activated White Elephant's Gift to draw a couple cards right here, which is very nice. So we destroy the monster. Unknown Duelist is going to summon to her Constellar again, activate the effect, search for another Constellar card. Luckily, we have White Elephant's Gift within our deck before Unknown Duelist finishes off her deck, so it's pretty nice. We drew into another one. So we're going to draw a couple more cards, set 2 cards face down, and after this point in the duel, when I had a War Legacy Clash and Super Rush Headlong ready to go, I was pretty much golden, man. There's really nothing I was worrying about at this moment. Now, I didn't attack into her because Unknown Duelist has a UR trap card that's extremely good, and if you attack into one of her Constellar cards, she can actually return your monsters back into your deck, which is very obnoxious, so I didn't risk it. There was not a good reason to do that, so just from here on out, I kind of was just chilling. I didn't really want to do anything, but honestly, we're pretty much coasting from here. We summon into Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're going to use the White Elephant's Gift yet again, and then draw a couple more cards. We play Heart of the Underdog, and it was just pretty fast. Like, this farm deck is pretty fast. As you can see, we get to use Heart of the Underdog's effect to keep drawing cards, and I didn't activate it on the very last time because I didn't want to draw into my last card just yet, because you still can only normal summon once per turn, and I needed to get another normal monster onto the field so that I can go for my combo. So there's that right there. We're going to summon into the Gravekeeper. We're going to summon into the Blue Eyes White Dragon. We're going to activate War Legacy Clash. The reason why I activated War Legacy Clash right right here is because my back row is completely filled up, and you need to have one spell and trap card slot open up so you can go into your Union Attack and Secret Pass combo. So I activate World Legacy class right here just to get rid of my cards. Try not to clog up your back row. Sometimes it's pretty easy to clog up your back row really bad, so don't do that. Please sure to activate your reactable cards so you have room in your spell and trap cards to only go for your combos. Next up, we're going to normal summon to our Gravekeeper's Vassal. We're going to activate our Secret Passive Treasures to our Gravekeeper's Vassal. We're going to give it a good old Union Attack. We're going to give it another good old Union Attack, and then we're going to go for some game right here. We're going to get our big 14,000 attack monster, attack into Unknown Duelist, and win that farm right there. So we got that dub. Very easy farm. I'll go pop up the 8k score that I got from farming Unknown Duelist. Sadly, I didn't get any good rewards, but we were able to farm her nonetheless, and it's going to be the farm deck that I'm going to be using throughout the entirety of the event to get some easy wins. So that's very nice right there. Nonetheless, though, thank you guys so much for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links farm guide video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, sorry for being so late on this farm guide, but I had work today and all that fun stuff. If this farm guide somehow did not work for you, maybe you want to try out my other farm guide, which will pop up in the top right hand of the screen. It was my Paleozoic farm deck that you guys can use to farm Unknown Duelist. A little bit more complicated and slower than the current farm deck that I showed you, but if you want something different, there you go right there. Nonetheless, if this farm guide did help you and you're watching to this point in the video and you haven't already, be sure to go smash the like button on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content, because in a couple hours from the release of this video, I'm going to be dropping some brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links huge leaks, because there's a lot of really cool stuff to talk about for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, so be sure to go check that out. But yeah, I think it's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.